continue working on painting my bottles before I do the decoupage or any kind of collage. And one of the technique I want to show to you how I use the paintings, what kind of brushes I use, and of course I use the sponge. I like that sponge takes away the color, make it a little bit faded. So for example, I have just painted this bottle, pretty cool, right? So it's nice and pink, and sometimes you can see a little bit white or faded. You can see like faded color, a little bit. So with the regular brush you cannot do it, so you have to use the sponge. And I would like to show you this kind of technique what I do. So let's start it. So I take I got another cool bottle like this, very cool, very nice. So let's start with this one. So what I do, take the brush, I take the paint, yes, I put it on. So I use a little bit of the water, so make it a little bit more wet. Go around with the brush, and if you do it with the brush you can see the strokes right from the brush left. So show to you, see the strokes left, right from the brush. When it's dry out, I don't like these lines. To avoid these lines for the paintings, the next step, I take sponge. So what I do, I just go all over it. Take out a little bit of the paint of the brush strokes, go on the side a little bit. So when you use that sponge, you take all the water and the paint. You can take also a little bit of the paint to leave the corners a little bit lighter. You can do something like this, a little bit more. And it's, look at this, it's nice, even paint on the bottle. That's what I do. So with the brush you can see again, I'll show it to you. So paint. See the lines, right? A little bit of water. Again. You can see the lines, right? And here you can see nice even paint. Here uneven, right? So I don't like that. Again, let's do it together. Take the sponge. Can leave a little bit, lighten up the sides. Do it till it's dry out. Now you see it's even, right? The even color in here. You can, I like also to use other combination of the color on top to create like 2 colors, sometimes 3 colors, but I'm using the sponge for it. So which is I'm gonna show to you also how I do it. Let's see, for example, to this pink color I want to add another color, because I don't know, maybe I'm gonna use this kind of napkin design for this bottle. Looks very pretty, but we'll see, maybe something else, but I think this one. So here I have a little bit of the greenish and yellow, and I like to mix the colors on the bottle. So today I will show to you how you can use the other color. So I take the yellow, right? I put just a little bit on sponge, a little bit, or a little bit, a lot, but it's okay. Take the brush, a little bit of water, so, and then we will add a little bit of the color. I do slowly, and the sides, keep the pink in the middle, so I do the little bit yellow and the edge of the bottle. Have a nice straight edge, looks a little bit on the side, maybe a little bit more. You don't cover completely pink, but you can get this kind of a little nice color to it. So I leave the pink in the middle, so go again here, and when the sponge dry out, all you can do, take again brush, take the water, not too much, a little bit, just put on top of the sponge, and try to do it again all over a little bit. And then when you have a bottle, it has the two colors. So to continue, this sponge already wet. To take out a little bit of the paint, what I put it in the bottle, I take a new sponge, dry. I take the dry one. So again, I put this in my click. So I use, it's very simple tools, you know, you don't need to buy something expensive, and you don't you don't need to look for this kind of tools. You can create yourself like I did. So I take out a little bit of paint and the water away, and you can even clean up like that. So, and a little bit here. If you need to add the color, you can always do. It's not a problem. Remember, it's a still working process, and I showed to you my techniques that I created myself with my previous work on the bottles or paintings on canvas. I use this kind of technique a lot. So now I dry out and see. I don't know, so maybe too much of the light, but you can see you have a very little bit of yellow, you have a pink in the middle, pink here in the middle, and later on when we take the design from this napkin, so I can probably maybe use only the rose, and I can put here with the rose, and you can have a nice different colors combination. See, because rose have a yellowish, pinkish, greenish, so it looks very nice in the end. So we'll continue working on that. So this is my technique, how I use the paint. I use brush, acrylic, water, sponge. So this kind of sponge you can buy, I don't know, 99 cents, like a big yellow sponge, you know, for the car wash. And I just cut them in small pieces and using them. Very easy, very simple. This is one of my techniques.